What up, peeps? Big Corey in the house. Sorry, have been missing some videos. Been very busy time for me, but I want to give you guys a playoff recap. I'm not going to go over last week. Everybody knows what happened. I'm just going to talk about the playoff implications of this week, where everyone is at, etc. Let me talk about the order of the standings right now as they stand. We have Black Tommy at the top, White Tommy below him, or Black Tommy at 11-1, White Tommy and Stevie at 9-3, James and Corey at 6-6. We got Sergio, Louis, KL, and Tal at 5-7 in that order. Isaac and Jordan at 4-8, and Lonely Cesar at 3-9. So starting from the top here, we'll talk about playoffs. It gets pretty tricky once we get a little bit lower, but I looked over everything. I think I got everything figured out. KL, chill the fuck out. All right, I was looking at my car, dude. Oh, I'm bad at math. Chill the fuck out. All right, I got this. So first up is Black Tommy. Nothing can change his fate. He is destined for the number one seed with the bye week, the top bye week spot. He will be playing the winner of seed 4 and 5, week 2 in the playoffs. So whoever gets seed 4 and 5, which is yet to be determined actually, the winner of those two in week 1 will face off with Tommy week 2, and the winner of that will go to the championship game. White Tommy almost has the second seed locked up, but not quite. Stevie can do a steal here. So White Tommy will play the winner, or the number 2 bye week, I should say. Will play the winner of 3 and 6 in the playoffs. Whoever wins that week 1, 3 and 6, the seed 3 and 6, will play the week 2 bye week. He is locked into that unless he loses and Stevie wins. So if he wins and Stevie wins, he's in. If he loses and Stevie loses, he's still in. He has to lose, Stevie has to win. Same thing for Stevie. Stevie is locked in to the number 3 seed unless he wins, White Tommy loses. So either way, they're number 2 and number 3 seed. Nothing can change them that. So they're all locked in at the top 3. James is our number 4 standing right now. He is locked into the playoffs. He cannot be knocked out of the playoffs no matter what. However, his seed can change. So he will get the number 4 seed unless Corey wins. Myself, wow, I could get the 4 seed. I could either get the 4 seed or get knocked out of playoffs. So this is pretty crazy. I could get 4th, 5th, or 6th seed or knocked out of playoffs. But he'll get the 4th seed unless I win and he loses. Then I'll take his. I have better standings than him, even though he's got more points. And he will move into the 5th seed in that scenario. If else, any other scenario where he doesn't lose and I don't win at the same, both, then he'll stay at the 4th seed. Beyond that, 5th and 6th seed, it starts getting muddy. So I'm next in the standings right now. So I already talked about how I could get the 4th seed. If else, I would get the 5th seed if James wins and I win. Basically, yeah, if that happens, both James and I win, no one can touch me. I'm the 5th seed. If I kind of control my destiny. If I win, I'm in playoffs. I either get the 5th or the 4th seed, depending on what happens with James. I will get the 6th seed if Kevin and Louis both lose and I lose. So if both those guys lose, no matter what happens to me, I'm in playoffs. So I'm rooting against those 2 guys this week. So hopefully that happens because they do have more points than me. So if they win, I lose, they could basically leapfrog me into the playoffs. Let's see. What else? Oh, and then even if Tal's got the same record as Sergio, KL, Louis, and Tal, so even if Kevin and Louis lost and I lost, meaning Sergio moves to the 5th seed and we're fighting for that 6th spot, I would still get it even if Tal won. He would have the same record as me, but he's not even close in points to really anyone. So yeah, I would still win in that scenario. So that's my chance at the playoffs. So I've got a lot of options. Could work out. I could get knocked out. We'll see what happens. As for Sergio, if he beats me, if he beats me, he's more than likely in playoffs. However, it is possible that he beats me and does get knocked out. If Kale and Louis both win, and score 46 points for Louis and 54 points for Kevin, more than Sergio, which is going to be fucking almost impossible. But so Sergio wins, KL and Louis both win too, and they both score a shitload more points than him that week. They could potentially take those seeds, the 5th and 6th seed, away from Sergio and me for that matter. So Sergio kind of controls his own destiny as well. If he beats me, more than likely he's going to make playoffs, probably the 5th seed as well. For Louis, he can get into the 6th seed only if, well, no, I guess not only. It could potentially a different way, but very rare. But more than likely the 6th seed. If he wins, I lose, and Kevin could win. If Kevin, okay, let me start over. If Louis wins, I lose, and Kevin wins, Louis needs to make sure he outscores Kevin by 8 points, and he'll be in playoffs. If Louis wins, Corey loses, and Kevin wins, and Kevin doesn't outscore him by more than 8 points, Louis is in the playoffs. So that's how it works. He's only got about 8 more points than KL. They've got the same record. So really, they both need me to lose. So one of them can slip in there depending on how many points they score this week. Also, if I lose and KL loses, then he automatically wins. He's in. So he wants both of us to lose. Moving on to KL, he can get the 6th seed if he wins. I lose and Louis loses. So we're all kind of dependent on each other. I need KL and Louis to lose. KL needs me and Louis to lose. And Louis needs me and KL to lose. So it's kind of a three-way. We all want the other two to lose. And we're basically into the playoffs. So that's kind of interesting. In the same scenario, if the same thing where KO wins, I lose, and Louis wins, then, of course, we talked about this earlier, KO would have to outscore Louis by 8 points to beat him in points and move into the playoffs. If he wins, Corey loses, and Louis loses, then Tao, even if Tao wins, he can't overtake KL. He doesn't have enough points. So Tao's the other one. So Tao has a very slim chance to make playoffs, but it's possible. In order for that to happen, he would need Sergio, Louis, and KL to all lose, and he wins because they all have the same record right now, all 4 of them. So he needs all those 3 guys above him to lose. That would mean that I would win to beat Sergio, and I would move into the 5th seed with 1 better record than Tao, and Tao would move into that 6th seed because he doesn't have points on anyone. So he can move in at 6 and 7. He would need Sergio, Louis, and KL all to lose and go to 5 and 8, and he would slip into the playoffs, believe it or not. So yeah, that's our playoff picture. Beyond that, the bottom, Isaac, Jordan, Cesar. Appreciate your donation, sir. You guys are officially eliminated from playoffs. Also, a couple more facts here. Cesar is getting absolute last place for the 2nd time in a row this year. Some people argue I did, but points matter. There's an absolute last place, and that is Cesar. It was last year, and it is going to be this year again. Even if he wins and someone loses, he just got so many points that he would still be last place. Also, I want to announce Cesar has officially announced he will not be back next year. So appreciate playing with you, Cesar. He's got other things going on. Can't dedicate his time. You can notice he wasn't setting his lineup fully. So I think he's kind of checked out for the league. But appreciate it, man. No hard feelings. And we'll bring someone in that's pays a little more attention, a little more fire in their heart. Good playing with you, bro. Hope you guys have a good year. Good luck getting in the playoffs. I hope I slip in. I know everybody else does too. We will see you on Sunday. Kamish out.